Hello.
Hey there.
Hey, everybody. Power
Hey.
Squadron people.
Hey.
Hey there.
Good to
This
see
is
you.
me, and there's Virginia there on my left side there.
Hey, Virginia. Hi there.
Hi.
Okay, we should have Khaki on soon.
Yeah. Oh, good.
She said she logged in and saw everybody, but maybe she doesn't have her video turned on. She's got an 18-year-old helping her, so they should be able to figure it out.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So anyway, did any of y'all get the text I just sent out to remind?
There's Jack over there in the lower right.
Next.
Yes, I got
First
your
take.
text.
Okay, I was just trying to different way to do a final reminder on the
Oh, I got the.
Yes.
online online message with my Verizon account. Okay. Let's see.
You got dark. You got dark.
Okay, we got non-video participants. Okay, Rick, Khaki, can you hear? Yep, they just signed off. Somebody signed off.
Hey, Norm.
Oh, Norm just signed
From
in.
there.
Hey, Norm.
Khaki, or whoever's doing for Khaki, you need to turn on the video. I assume Rick means that's Rick, Khaki's husband, on his computer.
There's Norman.
Hey, Jack.
Hey.
Hey, Dan, Virginia. Hey.
Hey.
Norm.
Hey, Norm.
There's Sam.
Boy, so nice to see your smiling faces.
I just got a message from Khaki about something. I think maybe they don't have a camera on their phone. We don't have a camera on ours. We're watching y'all.
Oh, I didn't bring my PFD. I'm sorry.
Oh, Norm.
Oh, Norman.
Darned.
Now you won't be able to jump in and rescue me.
Okay.
Do you mean to tell me that all those times you came on our boat, you didn't have it on?
I always had it on, didn't I?
I thought so.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I'm kidding you, Norman.
I'll drink to that.
Redirect our attention here a minute.
Those ice cubes are melting quickly, Norm.
The flag looks, oh, okay, yeah.
That's
Do I have to salute or anything like that?
that's the bridge.
Got a question.
Yes, sir.
Do you all know Earl Pickering?
Yeah.
Yes, we do.
I
Yeah,
didn't
I
know
know
him
of it.
personally, but I understand he died, and he used to be a member of the Power Squadron.
Yeah, I sent out I sent out an email on that.
We saw them.
Jack
You
did
did.
a very nice write-up of that.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I saw the obituary too.
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't do the write-up. That was just the copy from the obituary.
Yeah, that was nice.
Yeah, I know him since about the late 80s, the middle 80s, I think.
Mm-hmm.
He and Patsy.
Yeah, he worked next to the place I worked at Combustion. He ran weld rod manufacturing. Of course, he did a lot of other stuff with welding and stuff too. You know, you can see from the obituary that he was a metallurgist.
Hey, Jen.
But
Hey.
anyway,
Evening, Colonel. Oh, you sneaky devil. I know what that means.
Oh,
I think we all have to be in the same room, though.
Nico.
Yeah.
You're making
Hey,
money.
Glenn.
Okay.
Hey, Jim.
hey, Bob.
Hello.
Marty.
Marty's here. She's running around doing stuff.
I'm writing to
Okay.
sit down.
Oh, good. Sit down, Marty, and rest.
Good
I'm
to see
trying.
the coach.
That'll never happen.
Now, how come the pictures of everybody are showing up at random? Is is at one time, at any time, will everybody show up at once, or how's that work?
Are you're on your phone or you're on a computer?
I'm on the phone.
Okay. To be able to see everybody, you probably can only see about 4 at a time, right?
Yeah, they come and go. There's Jack Cook. They keep popping up as I don't know why.
Yeah. How many do you see at a time, Norm?
One, myself in the lower right, and then the half screen of.
Well, if you tap beside you, there's an option for gallery view.
Hey, this is Brian Clapman, new guy.
Yes. Now the big question is, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh,
Can you hear me
yes.
now?
Right.
Well, that's good. I'm now 1 for 3.
There you go.
My
Yes.
PC didn't work,
Yeah.
my phone didn't work, but my
Makes us
telephone
even
does.
darker.
I see- I got 14 so far.
Could we get the person that has a television on in the background to turn that off? Ah, okay. Thank you. Like Norm and other people that are on your phones, you can see the different
Say
people
what now?
by on your phone. You can see the different.
I got a glimpse of Brian.
Yeah, but you can
Say
see
again?
up to 4 people at a time. If you you may have to rotate your phone to horizontal, but you can tap and slide
Okay, there's
sideways.
Brian sideways.
Hi,
Yeah.
Brian.
No,
There we are.
Hello.
no, don't turn it sideways. Yeah.
Brian, you're sideways. Yeah. There you go.
Norm.
Hey,
This is working. Everybody's rotating.
Norm.
Oh, it's got
Norm worked
Daniel.
okay.
It's got
But
the names. Hey, this is cool.
do you see a lot of people now, Norm?
No, I see you with your name in the lower left and myself in the lower right.
Okay.
Oh.
Maybe it's when someone speaks. They show
Now I
up on
see the
your phone.
DeFreemans.
That is.
Hey, Barbara. Hey.
How are you?
Hey, good. How are you?
Okay.
This will be okay.
There's a method on the phone. If you swipe to the side,
Yes.
it may show 4 people at a time.
Close off. We don't do that.
Okay.
I better leave it alone. I'm afraid of screwing it up.
Well,
It's got Jack. It has 6. It has 6 dots, and the second dot from the left is illuminated, but I don't know what the dots are. Let's see what the dots are.
but you just slide.
Oh, there.
slide-
Okay, I got 4 at a time now. Got it.
Yeah.
Wes. Hey, Joe.
Hey,
Hey,
Joe.
here's number 1.
Yay.
Hey,
Yeah,
number 1.
you can slide it again. You see 4 other people. Everybody else on the phone, try that if you know what we're talking about. You swipe
Got it.
sideways. You see it?
Okay.
You can swipe
There we are.
back and forth.
Yeah. Boy, genius strike. Boy.
Anyway.
Am I still in the picture?
Yep. Is what?
You're still there.
Yeah, you're still there.
Yeah. I see you.
We have everybody except, let's see.
There's Greg.
Greg's here.
Yeah.
Says
Yep, I see.
GQL, but it's me.
Yeah, I think Brian
There's Joe
Hey,
Blash.
Greg.
or
And good
some,
for him.
no, it's a different Brian.
Samuel Hornsby. Hi, Samuel.
Well, I
There's
think
lots
you
of
got me
folks on there.
twice. I've tried it on the PC and I've tried it on my phone. My PC is still not working right, so I'm gonna get out of here.
Well, no, you could, if you go on your PC, you should be able to see the whole group at the time, but
I can see the whole group, but yeah, okay.
you can't talk. But you can't, it doesn't have video on it, huh? So-
I've got video and I see all of you, but apparently you're not seeing me.
Oh, yeah, we see you.
Well, on your
Oh, do you?
computer?
Yeah.
We see you on your phone, right?
Yes.
Okay, on your computer, do you have a camera on it?
Oh, yeah.
You do? Well, down in the lower left somewhere, if you click on the screen, you'll see some items come up on the lower part of the screen.
It's got start video, and then but when I click start video, it says that a camera isn't detected.
Okay, well, you need to get your computer configured again, I guess, but that's okay.
I'm
We
just
can
gonna
see
get
it.
out of the computer,
There's me.
I guess.
All right.
Yeah, well, either way, it's okay if you keep it on there.
Stay there. Stay there.
We can,
Into audio.
But you
Great.
see me.
Two audio.
have you guys been watching TV much lately?
Yes.
All the time.
Have you seen the that what is it, Progressive Insurance commercial where they're
Yes.
doing a Zoom and everybody's just doing something else and going crazy?
Yeah,
No, I didn't see that.
Yeah.
it's pretty good.
Well,
So we're missing Rick and Brian.
I think I've got 18 people on here.
you're showing 18. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, yeah, 15, 16, 17, 18.
Was it?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
That's good.
Hey, back.
Right.
That was big.
Okay.
Yeah, he was over there.
There he is.
Whoop. Okay.
He's
went
got
over in
his
the corner.
laptop up now.
Now, we figure out what happened to Rick and Brian.
Brian is using his phone. Brian's on here twice. He's watching the whole group on the computer and using his phone for us to see him.
Correct.
Rick,
Oh, that's, okay, I see what you said.
yeah.
And
And so Rick and Khaki, where are they?
they see us and they hear us,
Oh, okay.
but they don't have a camera on their computer. So
Okay.
Oh, okay, now.
Kaki's been texting me and telling me that, yeah, they could see us and hear us. So she said, I told her she could come on her phone like Brian's doing, but her her 18-year-old says it's just too complicated. It's not that complicated. Try it, Kaki.
Hey, Jim Kimmel.
Yes, sir, I am.
Next time we do, wear a hat. Claire.
Where's your finger, Norm? Oh, there you go.
We didn't get it all, Glenn. Next time
I
we
said the
wear a
next-
hat.
Yeah, tell him wear a hat. The glare's killing me.
Hey, Claire.
Okay.
Hey,
I resemble that.
yeah, you do.
Let's see. Where is Jim? I don't see him in my group.
We have an unstable
Up the top
connection.
middle. There you go. Hi, Jim.
Where's
Yeah,
the
I'm
truck guy?
impressed that John DePrima is wearing his PFD.
Of course.
Good job, John.
Did I do?
PFD.
Oh, well, that's the theme. That's our theme, right? Voting safety.
But I don't think you're on your boat right now. I could be wrong.
What?
It's on his boat.
Are you on your boat, John?
Say that again.
No, we're in our dining room at home.
Okay.
Sorry about that. Wish I was.
Yeah.
I got a mechanical problem on the boat right now, so. I'm waiting.
Again?
Yeah, I've got to replace a couple of fuel pumps, so,
Are you incinerating that boats break?
yeah, I'm afraid so, yeah.
And we have unexpected company coming Monday.
So,
No, it's expected now.
It's expected, and they love to ride on the boat.
it's that big hole in the water, you know, that you pour money.
Pour money into.
I hear you can call Sam Hornsby to fix your boat. He does pretty good work.
Oh, that's good to know. Yeah.
He's
You're on my
smiling.
You're on my list. Was everybody ready to go? I think we're good. Looks good.
Yes.
Oh, sir.
Okay, well, I will ask our chaplain to begin with the opening prayer to get us going.
Okay, let us take a moment to have some reflection time, and we ask, dear and loving God, we thank you for this gathering together as we look toward the summer, peaceful times on the water, even though it may be a little bit different than what we're usually used to. Oh Lord, help us to plan ways to enjoy and maintain our activities and relationships that are so important to each of us. And we ask, Lord, that you would please bless and heal those who have experienced the coronavirus and their families. And we thank you, Lord, for all of your gifts that you have given us throughout our lives. And we ask this in the name of Jesus, your Son. Amen.
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 Okay. All right. So, is Don and Linda going to join us, Jack?
No, they're not.
No, they said no.
They won't be. Okay.
Yeah, and we got a couple other members that just don't trust Zoom. So
Oh, I understand. Okay.
I said that's fine.
Don and Linda are traveling, I think.
Yeah, and let's see, we had Steve and Reese that were going to join, but I think they're volunteers, rescue, and they're doing a drill tonight or some kind, so they can't be with us.
Good.
Great.
Bob Carroll, would you start, get us going with the Pledge of Allegiance? And I have a flag here I will get up for us. If you would get us going on the pledge. Hold on.
I see the flag, we'll be ready to go.
We can virtually stand up, I guess. So.
There you go.
We're standing up. Okay.
Perfect.
And for heart, I pledge allegiance to the flag
The
of the
United
United States of America and
to
to
the
the
republic
which
Which
is
is national,
one
one
nation
nation,
under
under
God,
God,
indivisible,
indivisible,
with equal
with liberty and justice for all.
Two.
Amen.
Is anybody kneeling?
Everybody kneeling.
Please go on.
Okay. And Bob, since you were up, I think we have a new member tonight.
We
Joining
do
us.
have a new member tonight,
Would you
Brian
introduce-
Flatman. Brian,
Yes.
thank you. And I think my impression in the first 2 minutes of watching him is we may have our new class clown. His picture kept rotating and he's messing with us already. So you're going to fit in quite well with this group. I had a chance to speak with Brian. You're going to be a great fit for our group. I think you and Norm, God help you, are good friends. So not overlook that. But anyway, we want to say welcome to the squadron. Looking forward to meeting you face to face and sharing a beer or two.
Sounds good.
Hey.
Yeah, welcome, Brian. Brian, I might just ask you, tell us a little bit about yourself and about your boat, if you got a boat.
I've got a boat. I have a 22-foot Bennington Tri-Tune.
Awesome.
And I keep it at my home in Birchwood, just south of the Highway 60 bridge, or
Awesome.
south of Hiawassee.
Awesome. And
What marina? Or is it by your house?
I just keep it at my house.
yeah.
Oh, okay. We are on the water.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh,
So,
nice.
Are you
Jealous.
a local, or are you coming in from somewhere, or you been here?
I'm a local for a little over 40 years, but I grew up in South Carolina.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
All right.
A proud graduate of Clemson University.
Oh,
All
good
right.
breeding.
Yeah.
All right.
The football team.
Yeah, the real orange. None of that fake water down.
Oh, look out.
I'm going to get shot, right?
Yeah. You might have to fight your way out of that hole.
That's great. And we'd like to, first of all, just make a comment that I appreciate all you who were brave enough to venture out into the Zoom world. And we tried this at one of our bridge and executive meetings, and we had a good response. It turned out very well, I thought. And so we said, let's just offer this as an option for the next general meeting. So with Jack's help, we were able to get it get it set up. And thank you so much, Jack, for all the work you put into making this happen.
Thank you, Jack.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, here.
Yeah.
So,
You're here.
Hey, Jack.
Hey, well, we got, I went down the checklist and I bugged everybody to try to call and say, hey, try this, you got a problem, and it looks like we got not quite 50%, but still a pretty reasonable turnout.
yep. So, well, that's great. So thank you very much. And we, in today's environment, I guess you just have to be flexible and, make it happen. So that's what we're trying to do best we can. So, and tonight, we'll go around and get the reports from the bridge members that are present. I said we don't have Tom Crew here, so and I don't think we've had any big expenditures, so we should still be solid. Unless he's just absconded and we won't see him again, and then we got a problem. But
I did have a little chat with him, about joining, and he said he's just got bad computer problems at his house, and he has to leave work because they shut down that place at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So he seemed to be doing okay.
That's good.
That's good.
Walking? If he's walking?
I didn't say how much anything about walking, but yeah.
Tell him we're thinking about him.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Everybody give him a call. His number's in the call list, so
yeah.
If he can. Hey Jim, you need to get Sue a booster's chair because we only see her nose up.
Yeah. Good idea.
You're hit.
I'll get a telephone book if anyone knows what those are anymore.
Yeah. All right, Jim, you could just let her sit in your lap. That'd be great too.
Okay, so let's, Greg, would you kind of give us the status of what's happening with the education group? Greg, go.
Yeah, I will. Things are going kind of slow. If you look on the website now, there's a message on there from the national organization that says that in-person classes are banned. And we're not allowed to conduct any classes that involve person-to-person contact. So obviously we're doing that. The good thing is ABC is now available as an online class. You can take the class as a video class. The problem is the state of Tennessee does not recognize the online test. So you can't get your Tennessee education card right now through that process. That may change. Talked to John Farmer. He said they are negotiating with Tennessee. They're trying to get Tennessee to agree to let us do that. But right now, you can take the class, but you cannot take a test that qualifies you for your motor card. Another good courses out there now is they put boat handling out there, which now, as you may be aware, is six separate seminars now. And you can take any one of those individual seminars, or you can take all 6. You can take it online, and you can take an online test when you're done, and you can actually pass that course and get credit for it. So that's good.
Right.
So even though we can't do in-person classes, there is training out there. There are some other assorted webinars and seminars that are out there, some other stuff and some other pretty good things that are out there. So there are some options for training. I'm not inclined to do too much in terms of trying to set up new classes until we get a little more direction from above in terms of our ability to actually do that.
Yeah.
Are Zoom classes an option?
I'm sorry?
Are Zoom classes an option?
I'm sorry, I can't hear you, Sue. Is that too soon?
Are Zoom classes an option? Zoom, can we use Zoom for class?
They are. I don't know if we have any demand to actually do something like that, though. If people express an interest in it, we can look at doing that. It's possible, yes.
Okay.
The classes you just mentioned with the ABC and the boat handling, would you give us in the next Seaway, do a little write-up on that so people can see what seminars are available? And
Yeah, there should be some in this current Seaway, but I'll do more of it next time too.
yeah, good.
Yeah.
Thank you. All right, so how about admin? Jim, come on.
Yes, sir. We have some administration going on. First off, at the when the newsletter came out last week, I think it was, the other attachment there was a roster, and I'd like folks to take a look at that and update the thing for us. That information came initially out of National. So if there's anything that needs correcting, that means that National doesn't have the correct information either. So we want to correct it and update it at the squadron level, but also at the national level. So you can send input to either me or Pam Trotter. Either one of us will massage it and get it corrected. You can call us or email us or send carrier pigeon or whatever is appropriate here.
Question, Jim. For emails and stuff, are you the point of contact or is that Linda? Because she's listed as roster manager.
The word I want out right now is to talk to either Pam or me. We'll compile it, but to answer your question directly, it'll eventually go to Linda, who handles DB 2000 for the squadron. So,
okay.
Pam and I want to compile any changes there. For example, the boats, my boat is still listed there. We sold the thing a year and a half ago. So we could probably update things like that.
Okay.
Another
I've
item.
only had 3 changes. So I've given Linda that information today.
I didn't get it.
Good. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. I forwarded her some too. So.
It's January.
All right. Talking of trying to get together and do it a little mo better than. That's my New Orleans background creeping up again.
Mo better.
Mo better. And since the tropical storm, almost hurricane just went through there, now you know why we live. We're looking to get back together face to face. An idea that John, our fearless commander, or I don't know if it's fearsome commander, but he's looking at how to get back together and looking at what it just hit home. The original schedule that we put out at the beginning of the year showed a meeting date on Saturday, this coming Saturday, June 13th at Island Cove Dock. We originally had planned our 3 months, our summer months of meeting at Island Cove Dock, bring your boats and do something nautical here. So John took a look at that thing and said, look, we already got the Island Cove Dock reserved for all day. Island Cove is having their own get-togethers now, so I'm sure they would not say anything negative if we were to gather up. But the question would be to the members, do you want to try to get together very informally this Saturday out on the dock? We'd still have to separate, but it'd give an opportunity for people to bring boats, finally get your boat out. The weather is supposed to be just absolutely gorgeous on Saturday. If we decide to meet up there, you would bring your own food because we're not going to make it formal in any way by the squadron providing anything.
With or
yeah, come with or come. The question then would be to members, how many would want to show up for an informal get together in an effort to meet people face to face again?
Maintaining social distance.
What time?
Kimmels are in.
Well, John realized that when we got together last year at 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock, especially if you get that setting sun down there, it gets ungodly hot. So John was suggesting something around noontime, time for you to get up and get your second cup of coffee, maybe third, and then finally meander on over there. So probably around 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, just spend an hour, maybe 2, and break up again.
Pack a lunch.
Do I hear any yays?
Yay.
Yay. That sounds good. Then you wouldn't have to worry about the afternoon storms, which always come in when you're trying to get home before dark.
True, but you got the cold front coming through tomorrow, and there's supposed to be low humidity for the next couple days. So chances of storms are much.
It would be important. Two things. They have the nice fans over there, which will help immensely at the pavilion. But it would be important that we maintain social distancing, and so that we don't put anybody at risk. So it's just not worth it. So, and we wouldn't stay over there a whole long time. So being outside, I thought, well, it might be a good time to do that. That's the reason we're bringing that
Need
up.
to check what the state's guidelines are as far as groups of over 10 people are concerned.
Yeah, and as my last hearing of that was that they had gone to 50, but
Hamilton County.
in Hamilton County. So
That sounds close enough for me, because I can't count much at all. Gee, officer, I didn't realize that.
I think it's a great place to spend lunch and to be with folks.
but we don't want to do anything that's going to put anybody at risk or anybody feels that it's
This
not a
would
good
be a
idea.
no-
We won't do that. So.
This would be a no meeting, right?
Yeah, it's like a no meeting. It's a get together on the water. So it's an opportunity to do something on the water.
This would have to be a group of friends getting together. It cannot be sponsored by the United States Power Squadrons.
Sounds fair.
Understood.
No name tags.
But we have masks on. Who's going to know who it is?
That's right.
Have to write your name on your mask.
It's been so long.
And a lot of
All right,
us
John.
may just choose to sit on our boats and eat lunch, you know, we don't have to use the table. So,
Be on our seat.
yeah, we might be on our seat if our boat isn't fixed. Really?
Yeah.
All right, John, you good with it? May not have too many people show up, but
Yeah. So here's what we're doing then. We got an informal gathering of friends who want to use the opportunity that we have available to us for an on-water lunch at the Island Cove Yacht Club docks for anybody that's interested in coming.
Oh, no, they're not having breakfast.
And was that at 12?
Saturday, and it's
Well, let's make it at 12, yeah.
12 o'clock. Got it.
when Mickey's big hand is on 12.
So
Bring your lunch, bring your drinks.
since this is not going to be an official function, then I would just keep it with the group here and don't even send out any further notices.
Last
So,
weekend was the first. It's this Saturday.
how do you feel about that?
Good plan.
Great.
Whoever shows up, shows up.
Good way to go. Good way.
What time exactly? Noon?
12 noon,
Well, then,
Noon, Eastern time.
Eastern.
and
I
I'll get over there and
Set up the fans.
try to make sure that gate's open so you can come down in your car. You can come down and park in that parking lot. And,
Why don't you make sure the geese and ducks haven't been there too?
The geese.
He forget.
I can't guarantee you that. That's only for formal gatherings.
Okay. Speaking of formal gatherings, then we're going to announce, and hopefully we can follow through with it. We are trying to have a formal meeting for July at the same time, same place, Island Cove Dock, in an effort to bring boats. If you look even on the Seaway now that had a list of dates for meetings, it was scheduled for July 11th on Saturday. So right now we're going to head towards that being our official formal meeting for July. If things don't open up the way we're hoping, then it may cancel. But let's plan on doing that in an effort to get back to what some people call normal. Sound good?
Will that be an evening meeting or
Noon or?
what time, Jim?
Say again.
Is that an
What
evening
time?
meeting, 5 o'clock or what time?
We're not sure of time. I guess in the next couple days we'll decide time and announce it. But we'll see how it goes at the noontime get together. Again, it's there's some benefit in doing that instead of wait until the evening. I guess in the past we've met later in the day to give people time to get their boats over there. And when you get some people, well, he's not here, Bob Roop. So Bob Roop is not here, we can pick on him. But when he gets a real slow sailboat headed that way, it takes him forever to show up. So, he would have to start the night before to get there by noontime.
Speaking of, can we back up just a minute? Because I feel like Larice and Steve would love to come on Saturday, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
There's a few people, I don't know where Bob is or what his restraints were tonight, but
we can't hear.
Can't hear her.
I'm saying that I think there's some other folks in the squadron like Larice and Steve Flasnick that would like to come Saturday. Just talking to Larice, we've been getting together pretty regularly, and I know if they can, they would want to come. I don't know if Linda and Don are back. I think they would want to come. So I'm not trying to overwhelm the get together, but maybe we would want to speak to a few people that have wanted to participate tonight but couldn't. I know most of the older members that are 90 plus don't come down to the marina dock just because there's so many physical limitations. But I do feel that there are some other people in the squadron that would really enjoy it.
Yeah, that's fine, but it's not an official function. But if you want to put the word out, that's great.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I was going to bring that up too, but yeah, emphasizing that it's not official. It's this Saturday, though, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I was extending the meeting time because Zoom limits you to 40 minutes. They give you a few trials with no limit, but I got a warning that said, "Hey, you got 10 minutes left." So I have donated this month's subscription to the Power Squadron.
Okay.
So we can do unlimited time. So if you guys want to hang out all night, it's okay.
Okay.
All right, John, that's all I had to report.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Pam, do you have anything you'd like to say about what we're doing for those that aren't familiar necessarily with the phone committee?
No, we haven't started anything regarding the phone committee. I know we discussed about contacting members, people that are already delegates for the phone tree, just calling other members and seeing how they're doing, how their summer's going. But I haven't put out a final word for them to do that just yet.
Okay, so could we get that going so we can have that up and running, say sometime this month?
Yes, I'll get in touch with each of the phone tree delegates and we'll get that going.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
You don't have to call me. I got the word.
Okay.
I believe at the last meeting, there were several people that volunteered to be on the phone committee. I'm not exactly sure how they came together, but if you need another person, I wouldn't mind making calls myself if you want to give me a small.
Great. Thank you.
Great.
Yes, that's wonderful.
Thank you. All right.
All right.
Any other committee reports that we need to hear? Anyone here?
Can you tell us the latest on the district meeting?
No, that's Bob.
Yeah.
Bob Heck, can you?
Yes.
Is that still something that's kind of been put at bay, hopefully?
We are still planning on having the district conference. It will be at the end of September, and it's going to be at the same place, the Embassy Suites here in Chattanooga. As things stand right now, it's a go. We will have a change of watch at that time, and the voting and everything. It's going to be an important meeting. Whether or not it will happen is going to depend upon the government. Personally, I think we're being a little bit overcautious, but that's not up to me. So that's how we're doing it.
So the district officers have stayed in place?
Yes, all the district officers. We had a meeting. We talked about it and decided that rather than have a Zoom meeting or something like that and try and get all the people from so many different areas together and a quorum. And one of the problems, we've had that before. We've tried that before on conference calls. Didn't work out well. So we decided, no, rather than do that, we'll just go ahead and leave everybody in place. And then we'll just do everything we were going to do at the spring conference. We'll do it at the fall conference, and that'll be at the end of September. There is a governing board the first part of September that Marty and I will be attending. I don't know how many else will be going. It's going to be in Raleigh. And so we're going to go do that. And so there should be some information come out of that. If they can do that and it goes off, I don't see any problem with us doing it here in Chattanooga unless we run into a problem with the mayor.
Thank you.
Okay.
Does our XO have any comments or report?
No, not per se. And we've introduced our new member. I guess I have some thoughts I guess I'll share, not trying to stir the pot, but just this has been a really unique time for everybody. I understand that. And we've all been through having to hunker down in our homes and our boats in the case of several of us, and spent a couple of months not doing anything. But over the last several weeks, we've begun to poke our nose out from standpoint of actually sitting out on the dock. We started social distancing, and as warm weather became more prevalent, the seats got closer and closer together. And one thing led to another. We decided we're going to start living life again. So I wouldn't dare try to advise anybody what to do. We're all the beautiful thing about being our age is we each have lived long enough to know what we can tolerate and what's good for us. But there are a number of us that have begun to raft our boats together and swim in the water and just enjoy life, and it's working out well. I think last weekend, Ansel and I were not able to join them, but there were 14 boats rafted up at Dogleg, I believe. Wow. And, you know, so I see that as good news, that people are starting to lose some of the fear of getting out. And talking with the folks at Irwin Marine, I think the number may be exaggerated, but they're covered up. They said the biggest problem they've got is not being able to find enough boats, and they said boating purchases are up 400%. So anyway, I just shared that. I know this has been kind of a weird time, but I think there's some good times ahead of us. We're all healthy and we're vertical, and so I'm just excited about you know, the prospect of being able to have a good summer and get together. Unfortunately, Angela and I are going to be out of town this Saturday. We're obligated for something else. If I had known about our club unofficial get together, we would have changed when we're going to be out of town. But we'll miss that one, and Lord willing, we'll be at the one in July. That's my thoughts anyway.
Okay. Thank you very much, Ron. I would like to, just quickly give everybody the opportunity to just share something so that we can hear from everybody. And I'm just going to throw this out and say, what is it that that comes to your mind that you've enjoyed the most about being the member of the United States Power Squadron America's Boating Club? And just real short, and let's just start right up with Jim and go with the Kimmels and just go right across the top and then down.
I can go first. The thing that I enjoy most, or one of the things, is that no matter where you go on your boat, you can always find a Power Squadron member to help you out, and they are willing to do so. We've had inspections in several different places each year, plus we've asked for help in different areas as far as navigating waters. We've never been turned down. They will find someone and they will help you.
I would say pretty much the same thing. What I value, and that was partly because of the type of traveling that we did. I'm pleasantly surprised at people at all the different places around the country that we hooked up with. When we spend the winter in one location, we plugged into the Power Squadron locally, and an unofficial member of their squadron improved. So I benefited just from the travels with all the different squadrons around the country.
Tom Smith brought us to Chattanooga, and Jenny and Glenn were boating buddies when we were on the water. So you form lifelong friendships through the club. I'll shut up.
Okay. Well, for me, it's been the wonderful opportunity to be with people who have the same interests in terms of boating safety and wanting to help other people who to learn have the knowledge and skills to become good boaters. And that's been a real motivation for me, and I've enjoyed that immensely. And to get together with those folks on the water or otherwise is always a pleasure and a joy. So that's why I guess I'm still here. So.
And getting together with the people on a regular basis has been very important to me. And whereas Zoom is wonderful, I really miss just kind of hanging out with you all and meeting together on the Island Cove boat dock or out rafting on the water is just so pleasant. And also, I see a difference in when we're actually on the water and everybody is more genuine, more relaxed, funnier, enjoyable, and kind of the worries and, you know, the distractions of life are kind of in the background. So it's a very pleasant experience, and I look forward to seeing that and experiencing that really soon.
I'd like to say that I enjoy Norm's cooking, and that's one of the big advantages of this place. But also, when we're down in Key West for about half the year, and we participate with the Power Squadron Club down there, and so it's the best of both worlds, and we really enjoy it up here. And so, Norm, you just keep cooking all that good stuff.
Dan, way to suck up. You got a great bunch of folks here, and I've been fortunate to hang around with the Atlanta guys, and they're just fun too. Just a fun bunch of people. Glad to join y'all.
Great. Bob, Carol?
Oh, same thing. To me, it's shared part of what's on my heart, but just the people's what we enjoy. We love being on the water, and we're going to take advantage of being on the water anytime we can. But when you can share that time with good people who also enjoy and love the water, and just good folks to start with, is what makes life worth living. And so we're excited to be part of the group, and it's just been a great time thus far.
Great. Jack? Everett? Jack's muted. Jack.
Yeah, I'm back.
Where'd he go?
Well, it's, the thing that got me into Power Squadron, I think, was obviously the education. One part of it really didn't work out as well as I'd hoped, because when I talked to my wife about, and you know, some of you met her, she's since decided that she's just not a boater. She doesn't like to talk boating. But she told me once that, well, if you knew what you were doing, I would go out on a boat with you. So I said, okay, where can I get some classes? And as you know, I've gone all the way through the navigation stuff, and that has taken me, given me something on my resume that allowed me to participate in sailing in various parts of the world. So, and it's just, like I say, fun to hang out with all you guys too.
Great. Thank you. Norm? Norm?
The ability to take the education courses online if you want to and stuff. So, and also the people we've met in the squadron.
Great.
You said Norm. I thought it was me, but his number one. I'm number
Neither
two.
Norm.
Not you, Norm Owen. Did he hear?
Mr. Owen.
Oh, I have spoken.
Okay, you done?
Got it.
Yeah. Just,
okay. And with the Pope.
Who did we miss?
Mr. and Mrs. Pope.
It's me. Well, I wish that we had known about the Power Squadron when we first moved aboard our boat, but we didn't. But since meeting Jim and Sue and them inviting us to the New Orleans group and meeting you all, and for us being new in the area, just having a group of people that we can hang out with and talk boats to, that's been huge for us. So just the company, I wish we'd been able to take more classes earlier on, but we don't need them anymore. We don't have a boat.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Come on, Glenn, we'll keep working on them.
Yeah, I know. I agree with Jenny. I think the thing that I like best is the people that we've met, being new in the area, and thank God that Jim and Sue invited us to go, because it really turned out to be fun. However, y'all may have to get a new Santa Claus this year. I've lost about 60 pounds on this here in this home. And so I'll have to get a pillow if I'm going to play something. And that's why I enjoyed meeting the people and socializing with them.
I have lots of pillows.
All right. Thank you. Bob and Marty, I think you're on mute, so you might have to unmute. You're on mute. There you go. We got you.
Yeah, we're back. It's go ahead, Marty. What do you think?
I think what started us in the Power Squadron was taking classes. We purchased our boat. We got signed up, starting with ABC, went all the way through navigation. I never did complete my site folder, but Bob got it all done. So anyway, we've enjoyed that, got into teaching, got into holding offices in the squadron, met more and more people, got involved at district and even national level. So we have friends on all the levels now, and really enjoy having the opportunity to see people when we go to those big meetings, as well as just locally. So friendship, number one.
I couldn't agree more with what she had to say. It started out basically, I needed the education. I didn't know anything about boating on this scale. And the more I learned, the more I liked doing it. And then I was fortunate enough to be asked to hold a bridge position in my local squadron, which led to district officer and then national. And it's just been a real rush to be a part of something that I consider very important. And it's like we say, it's a tripod. We are a social organization. It's wonderful. We're an educational organization. We do the best there is. There's nobody that does it any better than we do. And then we do also our community service is second to none when we do finally get to do some community service. So and it's maybe our squadron doesn't do as much as we maybe could, but nationally and as a group, as the United States Power Squadrons, we do a lot.
Here, Greg.
Me?
Yeah.
Probably first, I just really enjoy being around other people more or less my age who like boats. Number two is the education. I think I took nonstop courses for like 2 years, and I'll tell you, I didn't know what I didn't know until I took those classes. That was pretty great. And I've also really enjoyed our outings to Island Cove, where we actually go out on our boats. That's been fun.
Cool. Thank you. Jack? John? Cool.
You're calling on me?
You're up.
I guess I got into this organization back in '79. So I've been around a few years and have come up through the ranks in both the squadron and district and up into national. Got to be a rear commander, which is, I guess, as far as you go unless you get on the bridge itself. So anyway, I've had quite a few experiences. One of the experiences that I had was spent 4 years in California, and affiliated myself with a Power Squadron out there, and I was not surprised, but I thought I always would say that it's funny. I found out that they teach the same stuff on the West Coast as they do on the East Coast. So anyway, I did manage while I was out there, because I was by myself. I didn't have any responsibilities for taking care of things at home, especially to send money. So the thing that I had to do was to spend my time teaching Power Squadron subjects to anybody who wanted to listen. That was a member of the squadron, certainly. And and through that was able to be awarded winning an award, a Chapman Award for excellence in teaching. So I've been very fortunate to be in the right place at the right time with the right folks around to help me out. Oh, I found out one other thing too about that stuff about Chapman Awards. The Chapman Award has nothing to do with the person the award is awarded to. It's something that, if you consider the competition for the Chapman Award, is between the folks who write the recommendations. And so anyway,
You're being modest, Jack.
No,
Being modest.
Yeah, I disagree with that, Jack.
You deserved everything you got, and you really were top notch.
Yeah.
We're very fortunate.
So I've gotten to be senile now, so it's a little bit difficult.
Welcome to the crowd.
So anyway, like I say, it's a competition between the folks who write these recommendations, and I just happened to have a person who had come out with a course on how to prepare an award recommendation.
Oh, come on.
Hey,
And so
he made it easy for us, Jack. He made it easy.
He did a job for me.
Right.
And so that was in, when was it? 1987. Was it 80?
It
No,
was
87, I think. So I told you I'm senile. It was 2007.
I wasn't even here then, Jack.
2007, I guess.
They were writing in Roman numerals back then.
Okay.
I agree. Hey, I've overstepped my time limit here, so.
Thank you, Jack. I appreciate that. You're a valued member, and you're a cherished member. And we thank you so much for all that you've done for the squadron. Nobody's done more than you. Thank you very much.
Well,
Fun.
Thanks.
Well, I guess I'm next in the lineup at least. Obviously, I don't have too many memories to share because my mind seems to drain itself completely on a regular basis. But I am looking forward to sharing all of your camaraderie and building some memories for the future.
Thank you. We're looking forward to getting to know you better. So glad you joined us. Thank you. Mr. Joe Blatt.
Yes, I echo what I've heard here tonight, and you know, I was pleased to have served in all the bridge positions in 2 squadrons, and pleased that to get the life membership plaque that's up there on my wall. Right now, I'm trying to keep going, and it's been fun. I don't have a boat, but that's okay. I did spend some time after I retired doing things like crossing oceans, but nothing like my friend Jack Everett, who is racing up a storm all the time. I'm very impressed, Jack, wherever you are.
Yeah, we all are.
Well, thank you very much from my point of view.
Say hello to Carol.
Yeah, thank you.
I will.
Thank you.
Ms. Pam. You're muted, by the way.
There we go. The dogs go off and bark every now and then, so I try to keep myself muted. I guess I have always kind of been interested in the squadron. And then when I put him in assisted living, I tried to find things that him and I could get out and do together. And he had always talked about getting back into the squadron from moving from Pennsylvania to Tennessee. So we were able to do that. And that gave us an extra night to be together and do something fun. So initially it was just to get him out and socialize him, but it's turned into more of taking classes and learning things and getting new friends and just hearing about boating out on the water and discussing things that we've seen or done. So it's been a great experience for me for myself.
Great. Thank
So
you.
thank you.
Thank you for all you do, and we appreciate it. And Mr. Sam, you're on mute, so if we can unmute Sam there. There you go.
I'm unmuted now, hopefully. I've only been to one meeting besides this one, so I don't have a whole lot of background with the squadron yet, but I look forward to the education side. I got dragged to the last meeting by the Carols and the Hex, and I'm excited to kind of see any kind of group that's pushing boating and boating education, how to do it safely.
Great. Well, we're sure happy that you are a member and that you're part of us. So thank you very much.
I'd like to say one thing about Sam. Sam is probably the future of our organization. He's a great individual, a good spokesman, and it's the kind of person that we need more of. So Sam, if you can find some friends, bring them on. We're looking for them.
Yeah.
He's
Amen.
out there on the water
All the time.
Yeah, that's right.
Hey.
That's right.
We are thrilled to see it.
Yeah. Well, folks, it's been an awesome hour here together, and I really, again, appreciate everybody's input and your participation.
Can I say something real quick?
Is that Sue?
Where's the
Can
picture?
I say something real quick?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Sue. What I wanted to say was, yes, I had said, it was great to be in the squadron because the people you meet and everyone's willing to help you and give. But I'd also like to say that as we go along, I feel like this well, and I think like the Hex, John and the DePrimas, the Glasses, there's so many people in the squadron that have done that, and I just feel like I have so much respect for them, and I do feel like that is something that I would like to do more of in the future. So I know, like, the people who teach the classes, the people who do inspections, all those people, just talking to others about safety on the water, it all adds to the boating experience, and I think that's a really good opportunity for all of us. So I'm done.
Thank you. Okay, we have one little extra here tonight. At the bridge meeting, I had put together a slide presentation, and in the process of learning how to do that, I had done an earlier, shorter version that was a little different, and then I misplaced it. I mean, I'm a little inept at the computer stuff, but I do things, so sometimes I surprise myself. So anyway, I found it, and so I asked Jack. I said, Jack, I've got this other little slide presentation that I would like to leave the folks with, and it's kind of a feel-good thing. If I sent that to you, would you show it tonight? And he said he would. So I did manage to send it to him. So Jack, if you would, we could end our evening here with that little slideshow, and then once that's over, then everybody's free to go or whatever. So.
And we'll see you Saturday.
So,
all right.
Jack, it's all yours, buddy.
Okay, let's see if I can do this right. Okay, I want to share this screen share. Okay.
Johnny with a beard.
Okay, y'all see the picture of everybody lined up?
Yes.
Yeah.
Do.
Okay, here we go. I'm gonna play it now. I don't know if the sound will come through right or not, but we'll try.
This was my class of TWRA students from the Chattanooga Yacht Club.
Oh yeah. That was one of the most fun things we've done over the years is have those classes for those kids up in McCauley and other places when I was here before. Anyway, sorry. All right, here we go. Let's see if it works. Y'all got the music?
No. Oh, there's Marty.
No music.
No music.
Make sure you're mute.
Woo! You don't hear the music?
No.
Sorry.
That's all right.
Yeah. Eclipse.
Oh yeah.
Jack. There's the kids again.
Oh, the music is coming through, but skips.
Lake Minnetonka up in Minnesota.
Could you sing along with it, maybe?
Play violin, Norm.
Samaritan. This is one of our district conferences. This is LST. It was in.
That's not me.
Man. Boat show. Our new president, commander, voting. Yacht club, safety. And that's it, folks.
Oh, did you say y'all did not hear the?
Very nice.
Y'all did not hear the music at all?
No, not at all.
No.
Okay, I'll have to figure out what's going on there.
Very good.
But
Thank you, everybody.
I'm going to put this in one of the. It's on John's Facebook page, but I'll try to put a link so that it goes direct to it on the Squadron web page. It'll show up as a meeting, but it'll have the link to the location as this video. That works. So, anyways, sorry about it. Sorry about it not working. Okay.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
All right. Hey, John, we'll do the short training some other time on the webpage. You would ask about that too.
Yeah, that's true. But you put something in the seaway on that. Okay.
Anybody that wants to learn how to use the webpage better and figure out how to get a link that's easier to use, give me a call personally. No problem. Do it one-on-one.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good night, all.
Good night.
Thank you
Good
for
night.
your
Yes,
forbearance.
Good night.
All right.
Bye, everybody that's still on.